Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Apocalypse Soon. And now, the man with the mustache. Make it loud for him. It's Eddie Pepitone.
Ho, everybody. Ho, ho, ho. It is only 9 months to Christmas, folks. And I just want to tell you, I am a guy who really loves that holiday. No, I don't. No, I don't, folks. I'm just free associating as usual. Welcome to another episode of Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside, kids. Absolutely no upside. I'm on day one, no caffeine, because I have to take a blood test where I can't have caffeine for a few days. It would have been a week, but I couldn't do it. So my doctor said, take 3 days off of caffeine. And I'm a little groggy today, folks, so we'll see what happens. And my sidekick is here, Kevin Tinkin. He's off sugar.
I'm off sugar.
For 6 days.
Yes, I'm 6 days into a sugar-free lifestyle, and
That's tough, too. I've done the sugar thing.
it's brutal. It is brutal.
Yeah, there was never a happier day in my life when I went back on sugar.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what you have to look forward to when you go off it.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, it's pretty cool. If you could, that is, you know, sugar is one of the hardest addictions to break.
Yeah.
They've said that. It's harder than, like, I don't know if it's harder than heroin.
I have heard things similar to that. They've said things like that, where it's as hard to quit.
It's fucking hard, you know. But like, I guess sugar, you know, people in the know that sugar's fucked, but it makes life enjoyable.
Yeah,
as does heroin.
Oh God, yeah. What's crazy is all the things that heroin's in that you don't even know about. You know.
Heroin is in everything.
Yeah, it's in your, pancakes, just about everything. Soda, lots of heroin in soda.
God, I know. I think that's how I got addicted to Diet Coke for a while.
Oh yeah,
And I found out heroin was there, and also I would drink a Diet Coke and I would just put on Chet Baker, a real slow jazz thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and I didn't want to move, and I felt like I was home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like an inner home when I would have a Diet Coke. And then I found out I'm drinking 3/4 heroin.
Yeah. I would put on bebop.
Bebop?
Yeah, I like a lot of bebop jazz.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
And I would attempt to clean carburetors and fall asleep in the middle. But that was my big thing.
Carburetors, by that do you mean carburetors on a pipe? A marijuana pipe. They call that a carburetor. But so we are two men in the prime of our lives, and we're battling life.
Yeah.
We're battling the forces that take down life.
Yeah. You've got your prostate exam. I couldn't walk for a week. You know, it was
What happened?
I get gout. You know,
you've talked about gout before,
I've
right?
talked about the gout a little bit before.
We ought to do. And for Patreon members only, just a very special gout Patreon podcast.
Yeah.
Where we tackle gout from every angle possible. Has gout ever been really dissected and tackled from every angle on a podcast?
I don't think so.
Welcome to the Gout. Imagine if gout was so popular that there was a gout network and you had just a fucking variety of choices.
Yeah.
On what to listen to as far as gout.
Yeah. The gout music enjoyers hour and the gout sports minute.
For all those gout heads out there.
Yeah.
Gout heads. Where my gout heads at? And and just like the musical sounds funny too, because it's just singing about gout. My foot is burning. Is it a burning sensation?
It is a bit
or
of a
itchy?
burning.
What is it?
It's a burning. It's an intense pain. Yeah, it's like an intense burning, stabbing pain.
Is that right?
Oh yeah. It's
Woo.
brutal. It's compared to childbirth.
No, it's not.
It really is. It really is. Yeah.
Oh my God! So this past week you gave birth
I gave birth
to a beautiful little gout baby.
and isn't he gorgeous? He's upset. He's very upset.
An old-timey doctor comes over your house to like deliver the gout. He's like, put the foot up here. Now bite down on this, sir. You just biting down on push.
I called. I screamed at my doctor this last week. I felt very old.
What happened?
I called him up. I go, hey, I need this. I'm having a gout attack. The meds you got me on, they work great, but they're not working to get rid of this, so I need something else. And I go, oh, doctor's not available. Call you tomorrow. Next day, I call. I go, hey, what's up with that? He go, oh, yeah. Well, he'll call you tomorrow, or he'll call you at the end of the day.
I would have screamed too.
Third day, I call. I go, hey, what's going on? He goes, just go into urgent care. And I'm like, I can't walk, fuckface. Like, and I literally was like, you don't fucking get it. I'm screaming at this lady on the phone, and then I apologize, and I go, I'm so sorry.
Sir, is that you or the gout talking?
It's the gout. Yeah. No, I was hitting not only my children and wife, but everyone's children and wife from the pain and the anger.
Wow. I mean, I didn't know it was that painful.
It's brutal. It's pretty brutal, which is why I'm able to make a decision like giving up sugar. But you think I got this when I was 27 and I'm 41 now. So it's like
you've had this 14 years?
Yeah. So it's been a while, but I'm finally just screw it. Cuz you go ups and downs, you have little things and it's not that big of a deal
right.
And it's kind of an annoyance, but it's not debilitating. But after it being debilitating for a week and like having to cancel us recording the pod and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm done.
We were supposed to record some podcasts last week, and Kevin said he just sent me a picture of his foot, and I said, don't send any more. I jerked off to it, and then I said, take the day off.
Thank you. Yeah. No, it's
Does it get discolored?
No. I mean, it gets a little red, and it can swell a little bit. But
What, Rob?
Does it get discolored? No. It just gets red. a different color than it normally is.
Yeah.
No, it's not a yellow purple, but it is definitely a red. That's for sure. And a dark, an apple red, a Macintosh.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you back. You're
Thank
on the
you.
mend. You're 6 days off of sugar. If I were you, I would keep going with that.
Yeah.
But you're a better man than I because I actually got off sugar for like a year.
Really?
Yeah. And I lost like 45 to 50 pounds.
Wow.
And then one day, I just snapped and had some cake. And I got to tell you, that was the best day of my goddamn life.
I bet.
Because I just went from cake store to cake. Like I would just try. I was trying out cake stores.
You were on a tour of cake stores?
I would just go, Siri, show me the cake store nearest me. Not the one I was just at, because she would always send me, and please, Siri, just very moist. Like I love moist.
Oh God, a moist cake. I like a
I
chocolate.
should talk about this. You were cutting sugar.
No. Don't you worry about me. I like to. This is nice. It's just the same like when I watch pornography. I'm not able to enjoy it in real life. But I can hear about it and watch it.
Well, then you should watch, as you're weaning off of sugar, which takes a while. You should watch the Great British Bake Off.
Absolutely.
And just keep watching that.
I when you were saying the cake tour, I was picturing you with a huge piece of like chocolate cake with chocolate frosting in one hand and your phone in the other. Cake stores near me.
There was just so much icing all over my car. Like icing, because icing, I'm not a big icing guy, and a lot of people who make cakes, and I think you folks, and don't worry, we'll get to the disintegration of society. Sugar is part of the disintegration of society.
It really is.
But a lot of people use too much icing.
I agree.
You know, I like the meat of a cake, the cake meat, they call it.
Oh yeah. My mother used to make a thing called a Mississippi mud cake. Which was wild. It was basically like
what was that?
It was like a brownie-ish, but almost like the icing was kind of mixed in with the cake, so it was like a really moist cake with marshmallows and walnuts and all in kind of just like she would put in a pan and it'd be about that thick, and you just take a little square. Oh man, it was so good, and the marshmallows made it
Now
nice
let me
and
ask you this:
chewy.
Is it okay to have any Mississippi mud cake with gout?
No.
Like, no. That would be funny if that was a loophole.
Yeah.
Like your doctor's like, you got to cut out all sugar, but I do have a loophole for you. If you can get your hands on some Mississippi mud cake, you can have as much as you want. For some reason, that doesn't affect gout. We're still doing research. We don't know if it's the marshmallows, the walnuts, or the combination thereof. But you could have Mississippi mud cake.
I would go nuts.
Where do you get Mississippi mud cake?
My mom would make it.
No, I know that, but
I don't know.
Is there any place to order it online? Probably. You could order anything online.
I would imagine.
Rob, see if you could find any Mississippi mud cake online.
Yeah. Old Bonnie Jean, she would make it up for me for my birthday and stuff. It was nice.
It's nice.
It was nice stuff. Yeah, but now I'm all just cabbage and carrots and
good for you.
Oh,
You're gonna lose weight too.
I know. I'm excited. I'm worried about the sexual advances that are going to be starting to pop up more and more. This is my body
Well, you
armor.
have sheath underwear.
It's true. That is very true.
So, you find anything?
Yeah, there's several places that we can order right now.
Serious?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What do? They deliver it, or
There's a place called Southern Girl Desserts. There's a place called Magnolia Bakery. There's a place called Sweet Lady Jane.
Oh, Magnolia Bakery's
It's a
amazing.
good place. Yeah, I've been there.
in L.A.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Doesn't look like a lot of places offer it all the time, but I'm seeing several places here where you can order them. You can either special order them or they're available for a limited time.
Wow. So anyway, after your bout of gout, do they call it a gout bout?
They do. The bout of gout. The
Bout of
gout.
gout.
Yeah.
Come get your bout of gout. Bout of gout. Bout of gout. All right. Well, let's get into it. I mean, the reason why we spent some extended time on that, folks, is that the health of Kev and me are very important. And,
right.
Kevin was in such serious pain, he couldn't do the podcast. And, if that happens, we're fucked, quite frankly.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. No, I was. If you would have said, "Hey, it's not happening. We got to do it," I would have made it happen. Like I was gonna get
No, you couldn't.
I was getting a series of like chairs and like boots and stuff. I would have made it happen. I'd been on the.
A lot of people aren't. A lot of people with gout, especially, are not as dedicated.
You can
you
say
are.
that again. A lot of these gout sufferers are real lazy. Not me though.
Well, why don't we let's get into what's going on in the world?
Yes.
There was a pipeline that they found out was bombed by what they called "quote unquote" pro-Ukrainian group. Have you been following that?
I saw it. I haven't been following it much. You know me. I like to keep my head in the sand.
Well, the gout probably keeps you from concentration, I would think.
100%. Yeah.
I couldn't follow it. I just brought it up, but it's a recent news story, and without caffeine today, I only got a couple lines in.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you got it though. The gist: a pro-Ukrainian group
blew up
a pipeline,
a Russian pipeline, I think, or a EU pipeline, something like that. A pipeline that goes from Russia to the EU.
It's the Nord Stream.
Nord Stream, because I'm used to Nordstrom, which is where you could buy Spanx, that kind of.
That's right.
That kind of place.
Yeah. By the way, if there's any Spanx companies out there, we'd love a sponsorship. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, we were just learning about that today.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the Nord Stream pipeline was bombed, and it looks they're not saying who it was. And I wish we had more resources on this podcast to identify.
It's supposed to be my job. I'm supposed to be able to like bring stuff up, but then
You're in no shape to do it.
I'm in no shape. My brain is.
This is Dan Johnson here by the. Fuck! What's up, Dan? What did you get hit with? Mortar? No, nothing. It's nothing. I'm here by the Nord Stream power. Oh, fuck me. What's up, Dan? Are you okay? Have you been hit? No, I have gout. What? Why'd you come in today then, Dan? We have plenty of report. I don't want to lose this gig.
It's too good.
It's an easy gig. I mean, it's not that easy. You're going to war zones with gout. Yeah, it's just really hitting me today. Have you cut sugar out? I love Mississippi mud cake. I can't. I believe that's the one thing you can have. Oh, shit. Do you know where I can get it? You can order it. You know Magnolia Bakery? Where are you? I'm here in Russia. Well, I don't know if they have Mississippi. Anyway, Dan, can you get through this segment? I'm going to try. So it looks like this pie. Oh, my God. Dan, we're going to go to another story. All right. I'm so fuck, I gotta sit down.
Reporting from the field while sitting down. Just sitting down on just a guy going.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, he's like got his leg up and going, I'm down here. Dan, why are you sitting? Nothing. No, Dan, reporters shouldn't be sitting when they're, giving dynamic news stories. Okay.
Today in the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Dan, did you know that gout is like giving birth? I just birthed the gout baby. Oh, congratulations, then. What are you going to call it? Fuck. You're going to call it fuck? Yeah. Because that's what I say when the pain comes. Fuck.
Fuck. Reporting live.
All right, let's get into one of our tailored bits. I think we covered the Ukraine, the pipeline bombing pretty well.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody's going to have any questions about what's happening in the Ukraine after watching this podcast.
No.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna know that it was covered.
Yeah. Do you think we should get into a guided meditation off the bat?
I think so.
I mean, I feel like it's a nice way to ease
Absolutely.
the world into dealing with the problems.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys out there in podcast land, take a nice, easy breath and join us on another episode of Guided Meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
All right, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Look at all those smiling faces. I want you all to take your first in-breath with me. And on that first in-breath, I want you to breathe in the love. Just the love that you are. Did you know that the love that you seek is who you really are? You have plenty of love in you, yet you keep going outside yourself seeking love. A lot of you go to bars, a lot of you do yoga all the fucking time because you're not really doing yoga. You're kind of looking to get laid, you're looking to get loved. A lot of people are into yoga because they think they're going to find a mate, when all they're going to find out is how expensive yoga pants are, yoga tops are, but they are light-fitting. So just know that you have the love in you. You don't have to get it You don't have to, with your first in-breath, know that you have the love in you. You don't have to get it through going to bars. You don't have to get it through gunplay. A lot of people feel powerful with guns and think that if they, shoot a human or shoot an animal, that this will somehow make their life better. And I guess if you shoot a person who you owe money to, you are doing something for yourself, but there's always consequences. So all the love, breathe in the fact that you already have the love you seek within you. You don't have to do drugs. So many of the people that I have in my meditation classes are doing lines of cocaine the size of the Nord Stream pipeline. A lot of people are just snorting cocaine, they're injecting heroin, they're smoking or snorting or injecting crystal methamphetamine because they get this rush from the drug. But when all you have to do is open your chakras on this guided meditation and take a deep breath from your belly, A lot of people have to inject diabetes medications into their belly. A lot of people just have unsightly marks on their belly from riding a bike, and their belly hits the handlebars, and if it's a long bike ride, it will chafe. Anyway, what I'm trying to get across is that you have all that you need, and with your first in-breath, breathe in that love, and you don't have to go outside yourself. You don't have to get a call girl or a call boy, or just call. You don't have to call anyone, a boy, a girl, a lot of people. Sorry, a lot of people will dress up as furries. And again, they're looking for love, and because they put on this very heavy costume, with hair, a lot of hair, they think that they're going to find someone to give them love. We have the love we need. Breathe that in, and now breathe that in, take it all in, breathe from your belly, whether your belly's been perforated, whether your belly has been chafed from a bicycle handle, whether your belly has seen a lot of Mississippi mudcakes. Just take it in. And now with your first out breath, I want you to see all the beauty that is in this world. And I suggest you do not visualize a train track in a major city, because beauty does not go there. Beauty does not go to train tracks in a major city. That's where you'll find rats. That's where you'll find dispossessed people who have nowhere to go. The working class of the United States basically will wind up at train tracks. Don't visualize that. When I say visualize, when I say see all the beauty around you, just see the golden light that comes from the sun. See a koi fish, if you know what a koi fish is. A koi fish is a fish that I've never, ever seen, so I can't help you there. But see a flounder or a bass. See a bass, see a flounder. Flounders are thin and brown, and they flop around. It's like a bad pancake. A pancake that's gotten out of control, a flounder. A pancake with eyes. But see beauty, folks. I'm kind of leading you away from beauty. I want to lead you into it. See a spectrum, a rainbow of light as you breathe out, a rainbow of God's handiwork. And by God's handiwork, I'm not talking about the atom bomb, that has destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki and is like a sword, the sword of Damocles hanging over all our heads. I'm not talking about that. God's handiwork, I mean, are the sounds of a songbird. You know, even though they're in my neighborhood, the songbirds are just kind of scatting now because they're injured. They're kind of just doing this scat thing because they were shot with pellets from a neighbor. But I want you to breathe out God's handiwork, and with your final in-breath, I want you to see Heaven's Gate. Not the movie that was a financial atrocity for Michael Cimino, and that was the end of his career, but Heaven's Gate, which is just the place we all want to be when it all comes to an end, whether we were hit by a train in a bad urban location or we were electrocuted in a pool because our young child threw a hairdryer in the pool while it was plugged in, and it turns out he was killing you for the money, even though he was young, because he just saw Double Indemnity on the Turner Broadcasting System. So just with your final in-breath, see Heaven's Gate, and that beautiful gate, not a gate that you wanted painted and it never got painted because the painter said, we'll be there Tuesday for sure. And then Tuesday came and went, Wednesday came and went, and you finally called them and say, where are you guys? And they're like, no question, we will be there Friday. And then Friday comes and goes. Not that kind of gate where it never gets painted. And finally you have to firebomb the painter's home, where the painter lives with his wife and 2 small children. And you have to firebomb it, and you don't want to hurt innocents, but you do want to hurt the painter, and that's the only way to do it, is to get his whole family. Don't think about any kind of retribution like that. Just see a beautiful gate where God waits behind it, beckoning you with candies. Those of you who've had to cut out sugar, let's just say heads of broccoli, little carrots, little bags of carrots. Those of you who haven't cut out sugar because you've lived a decent life, he's got cupcakes and strawberry shortcakes.
Thanks for joining us on another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Oh, that felt good to finally get into meditation.
It feels so good. It really is a.
I hope people are breathing in and breathing out in light-fitting clothing, and not taking a lot of the images they say that literally. Hello! Is your dick currently stuck to your leg? Are your sweaty balls just aimlessly flopping around? Yes, this is Eddie Pepitone. No, I haven't lost my mind. I'm talking about sheath underwear. Okay, gents? It has 2 pouches, one for your dick, one for your balls, and I'm not kidding. Now, I know we've gotten along fine with regular underwear for many thousands of years. However, someone never thought of this cool technique, and I've tried it. I love this underwear, and sheath underwear comes in tons of cool patterns to help you look good and feel comfortable. And Kev, you got some of this underwear. It is very comfortable.
Extremely comfortable. It was great. I've been showing it to everybody, and my balls are.
My ball. Yeah. What were you gonna say about your balls?
My balls are on a walkabout a lot of the time. Just they're
on a walkabout.
Yeah, it's hard to keep them corralled.
Right. No, I mean, I remember one time, the cops put out an APB on your balls.
That's right.
They were missing. They were like, 1 out of 12, 1 out of 12.
That's right.
We have 2 balls that are loose.
I had a picture
on the run.
My balls were on the side of a milk carton once.
I remember that was making a lot of people uncomfortable. Now, look, the sheath underwear is great. It was created by U.S. Army soldier Robert Patton during his second tour in Iraq, and sheath is built to handle whatever life may bring. For our ladies in the audience, check out Sheath sports bras, bikini briefs, and boy shorts. So they have stuff for the ladies too. But I really do like the material, and I like the fact that, you know, my dick goes in one place and my balls in another.
I've never had the separation before. It is freeing.
It is freeing, and the hot weather's coming up. So go to sheathunderwear.com and use code PEP, P-E-P, to get 20% off your first order. Plus, Sheath Underwear's 100% money-back guarantee. That's sheathunderwear.com, promo code PEP, P-E-P. Get Sheath Underwear, support the show, support your balls.
Well, the first exercise I ever did in the first acting class I ever took in high school, we did a guided meditation, and it always harkens back. Every time you do that, it reminds me of sitting on the floor in high school, laying down and listening to Miss Anabo.
Miss Anabo?
Miss Anabo, yeah. Anabo, yeah.
Wow, what a wild name.
Yeah, she actually lived behind my brother and would smoke pot all night.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I didn't find out till years later because my brother's...
I just picture her right behind your brother when he's standing on a line and she's just smoking copious amounts of weed.
Yeah.
And your brother's like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, I live here, son.
I'm an art teacher.
I live right behind you.
Yeah. No, she apparently, because my brother would complain about the smell of weed at night a lot, and then realized it was her, and they became friends and whatnot. And this was years later. I was probably in my late 20s at this time.
Now you smoke pot with Miss Anabo?
No, God rest her soul. She's gone to the great beyond, but
she's gone to the great. Vape pen in the sky.
This is right. The great green cloud of joy in the sky.
She looks fun. I found her on the internet.
You did?
Joyce Anabo?
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah,
You found her?
Yeah, she looks like a fun lady.
She really was.
Apparently, she liked weed, so.
Yeah. No, and that was back when I met her when I was going to high school. I was a good Christian boy.
What years are we talking about? 1940s?
Yeah, this would have been the 40s. 47. Yeah.
Any
right.
Goodman was king.
This just in, guided meditation and go to war for the people. It was, this would have been 97, 98-ish. Yeah. But yeah, she was great. She was the first one who was, told me not to worry about the script and just follow my instincts. And I played Rumpelstiltskin in something, and I completely improvised the character of Rumpelstiltskin.
You did?
Yeah, when I was a junior in high school.
And it went well?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first time I was like, I need to do this.
You know, it precedes you. Your Rumpelstiltskin precedes you. Like a lot of people know. They're like, holy shit, that's the guy. I saw a high school production of, was the show called Rumpelstiltskin?
Yes, yeah.
So you were the lead.
I was the lead, yeah.
That guy's Rumpelstiltskin was impeccable, and it was improvised. I come to find out years later. Who? Which guy? The guy right there. There he is, the guy with the gout. He did such an impeccable Rumpelstiltskin, it would knock your socks off.
Yeah.
I mean, impeccable? What do you mean impeccable Rumpelstiltskin, Al? Well, what I mean by that, Ted, and by the way, Ted, we sound extremely similar, is that his Rumpelstiltskin was flawless. But what do you mean, impeccable, flawless? Well, if you know Rumpelstiltskin, you know he was an imp. Wouldn't he try to get? Was he trying to get to a lady in a castle or something?
Yeah, he was trying to get her to basically spin hay into gold. That was his big thing. His
Rumpelstiltskin was so it was a perfect balance of hay and gold. Like, it was the perfect fucking balance, Al. Go ahead, I'm listening. What the fuck? It sounds like we're absolutely the same. No, we're two guys arguing about well, not arguing, but you're saying that he had a flawless, impeccable Rumpelstiltskin, and I'm challenging you on that because I have a nephew who did a Rumpelstiltskin that, Ben Brantley of the New York Times said to die for. His Rumpelstiltskin was to die for, according to Ben Brantley.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Brantley? Who's that? He's the theater guy, New York Times. Hold it. The New York Times theater guy is reviewing your nephew's Rumpelstiltskin play? Why? Brantley does, big plays. Yeah, I think his kid goes to my kid's school. Your kid or your nephew? Ah, yeah, nephew, kid. What does it matter? We're just bullshitting here. Both of us just vaporous assholes. All right. You want to do maybe a driving in the rain?
I'd love to do a driving in the rain.
Let's do a driving in the rain.
Ladies and gentlemen, join us on another comedy noir journey of Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.
Los Angeles, 2023. Our worst winter on record. So much precipitation that you wanted to go somewhere where it wasn't as much. That's how much precipitation there was. And the rain this evening was hitting my car the way a guy would hit his kid if the kid was trying to find out what the password was to his computer locked pornography. I mean, and I know that's a long metaphor for driving in the rain, but this rain, it was coming down. It was coming down. It was a torrent. I'm not talking about Torrent Bit where you could steal movies. I don't know if Torrent Bit is still around, but man, this rain, and I had to deliver an Uber Eats package. It was fricasseed rabbit. And it was a new French restaurant, and I had the fricasseed rabbit in a little nice pouch. I love rabbits, so I didn't want to open the pouch and look at it. It smelled good. And I always carried a rabbit's foot around with me, and I was thinking, maybe I can fricassee this and kill two birds. But anyway, I was driving across town, and the rain was hitting my windshield like nobody would want to see their Luckily, I had double-plated glass put in my windshield for this rainy season. The wetness was so damp that if you took a roll of paper towels and put it out in this rain, it would get super wet. Really super wet. I mean, that's what kind of rain it was. And this rain was relentless. It was relentless the way your partner, after finding a phone number with lipstick smeared on it, would ask you, whose phone number is it? And you would say, Bob's. And they would relentlessly ask you a question. Does Bob wear lipsticks? Yes, Bob he likes drag stuff. And which Bob is this? I know you don't hang out with drag people. Oh, a lot of people I hang out with are drag, Margaret. That's not what I mean, Al. Is this Al and Margaret are driving in the rain? Al? I didn't know you drove Uber Eats. Margaret? Is that you? Anyway, I had a rabbit fricassee next to me, and I had to get all the way down to the La Brea tar pits to deliver it, and the flooding. I mean, there were dead people floating by my Uber Eats / Instacart / Lyft / Uber / cab / bloodmobile / bookmobile / therapy-mobile / COVID vaccination mobile. You get the picture. His car was my lifeline, and I had a rabbit fricassee to deliver at the target. And I looked up at the address, 1212 Eloisa Street, and there, standing in front of the number 1212 Eloisa, was a beautiful woman who obviously was spray tan, because the tan was running. The rain was making the spray tan run. She was beautiful, you could see that, but it looked like she was the not the wicked wick. That is a candle that has awful capabilities. I'm talking about the Wicked Witch of the West. It was unbelievable. It looked like she was melting. I said, rabbit fricassee? She said, you bet, buddy. I was surprised at the slang that came out of her beautiful, smeared mouth, smeared with spray tan. I said, you want to get in for a second? Talk about it? Talk about what? Your spray tan. Yeah, I know. I timed it wrong. I didn't know we were going to have another atmospheric river. By the way, what the hell is an atmospheric river? It's moisture from the Pacific. Is it only Pacific or Atlantic too? No, Pacific. What about the Dead Sea? Nope. Red? Nope. Bay of Pigs? Nope. I wanted rabbit, not pig. No. I'm talking about bodies of water. The atmospheric river thing. No, Bay of Pigs doesn't have it. Whatever happened, you think, on Bay of Pigs? Will you just give me the rabbit fricassee? I handed the rabbit fricassee to her through the window, and she pulled out a kazoo and just started playing a little tune. I knew I was dealing with the crazy person. Spray tan running all over the place. Nobody orders rabbit fricassee on a Tuesday. And the kazoo. Strike one, strike two, strike three. I floored it. I drove away. I saw her eating the rabbit fricassee right out in the rain, laughing with the kazoo. And I said to myself, I gotta get a better gig.
Thanks for joining us on another Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.
Wow, that was a strange one.
That was a strange one. You know, I like the rabbit fricassee, though. I mean, you pulled that. That was right out of the ether.
I pulled the rabbit fricassee out of a hat, my friend.
Oh, beautiful.
Like a little magician, you know?
Speaking of magicians, I went to the Magic Castle since the last time I saw it.
Tell us about the Magic Castle. How did you like it?
Amazing.
Really?
Amazing. Very, very cool. And
what do you have to eat?
Well, that was the beginning of the end for me.
It might have been.
It was, because I had a couple of Moscow Mules.
What is... that's a drink?
Yeah, ginger beer and vodka, which ginger beer is supposed to be the best kind of beer for gout. Wine is ideal, or no alcohol is best. But I had that, and I had a porterhouse steak.
Ooh.
And it was damn good. And it better have been, too, because it was 70 bones. It was a pricey dinner. But
yeah, they charge over there.
It was wild.
Was it a big piece of porterhouse?
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Okay.
Oh, it was pretty big.
What were your sides?
Mashed potatoes, and grilled veggies. So I did a little something nice, you know.
Yeah, you always toss you wink toward good health.
Exactly. I go, hey, there you go, pal. A little something for the ladies at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, the magic is a lot like stand-up, where 70% of it is not great. It's like
Yeah.
But there was a couple of guys that we did close-up stuff. We went down and saw close-up magic.
Yeah.
And dude, mind-boggling.
Really? Yeah.
Absolutely. There was a guy who had a shrimp, and he would do these card tricks that were amazing on their own.
Right.
And then he would go, "Where's the card?" And then they'd look at it, "Is this your card?" He goes, "No." And he goes, "Oh, that's right. I forgot I put it under the shrimp." And then there'd be a shrimp on a guy's shoulder with a card underneath it. And he'd pull it out, and it was it. And he kept doing that. And every time we'd forget to watch, and then we'd lose the shrimp. We'd find it and be like, "Oh my God." It was amazing.
That's
Very, very
amazing,
fun.
because and I'm glad that guy is using shrimp. So many magicians will not take advantage of crustaceans.
100%. There's a big
Lobster.
stigma.
Yeah. I mean, lobster goes perfect with not only white wine, but lobster goes perfect with close-up magic.
100%. Lobster and cutting a woman in half
Right.
was probably one of the greatest shows.
Did you see a woman get cut in half?
No, I didn't see any women cut in half. I really like the scandalously clad women in magic shows, and they weren't there. They weren't there. It was just a lot of dudes.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I like a little.
Yeah, well, that's unusual that there were no women scantily.
Yeah, no women.
Clad.
They made them disappear. I think they made all the female magicians disappear.
Yeah.
But we had a blast, man. It's great. There's little catacombs and stairways everywhere, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm glad I got to experience that before.
That was a bachelor party, right?
Yeah. So the weird thing was we had a bachelor party Wednesday, and then my buddy had a trip planned for like 3 months to go to the Magic Castle, which was on Friday. So I went on Wednesday, and then I went again on Friday.
No way.
Yeah. And I saw I saw through some of the shows that I saw, because I saw them twice.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. You see people make a mistake on stage, and you think, "Oops, they accidentally dropped that." But then when you see them do it twice and it's perfect, you're like, "Oh." And then you watch and go, "Oh, that's where he swapped it out." Swapped out whatever it was. But
Wow.
yeah, it was great. Got to take my wife out.
It'd be funny if, because you never went to the Magic Castle before Wednesday, it'd be funny if you now go every single night and you have a porterhouse and your gout is just, oh, God. Honey, I got to do a live from Ukraine again. What? You can't even fucking move, Kevin. You're having too many porterhouse at the Magic Castle. Well, I know. Just all the bachelor parties happen at once, baby.
A porterhouse. Every day I get up, I go watch a magic show, and I have a porterhouse at the Magic Castle. I have a porterhouse, and I drink a Moscow Mule, and I cry all night in pain. But I love that magic and porterhouse.
This is Kevin Tinglin from Ukraine. Oh, fuck. Kevin, what's going on? I've been in the Magic Castle. We love magic here in the Eyewitness Newsroom. No. But I've been having porterhouse, and it's been fucking up the gout. Any Moscow Mules with that? Because we are live from Moscow.
I had to do it. Couldn't turn it down. Knew it was going to ruin my life. But I'm in Moscow. Might as well have a Moscow Mule. Good times, though. Very good times. It was nice to be. Have you ever been to Magic Castle?
Yes, I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've been twice. 2 or 3 times, yeah.
I love your bit about magic.
Oh, how I hate magicians?
Yeah.
Right.
I just fucked your wife. You didn't see it. Yes, I did, asshole.
That's an old chestnut I like to whip out every once in a while when I'm going down in flames, and I think maybe this bit'll get him back on my side, but it's too late in the set to get the folks back on my side. They've seen too much of me, and they know the real me, and when I try to throw in a honed bit, they'll be like, "Why didn't you do that?" I could tell they're thinking this. They don't yell it out. "Why didn't you do that earlier in the set to win us over? Now you're trying to fucking do this bit at the end of the set?"
Yeah.
You
By the way,
son of a bitch.
we're gonna go do a show together.
That's right.
May 13th in Fresno. which
Oh my God!
you get to see the hometown. I'll take you to Don Pepe's, and we'll get some good Mexican food. It'll be nice.
Don Pepe's, huh?
Oh yeah, so good.
In Fresno.
Yes, yeah. I don't know if you like
May,
shrimp.
it's going to be hot in Fresno, right?
It will be Satan's butthole in
In
May,
May, right?
It's brutal because it's a big bowl, so all the heat just it's
Like the Valley type of thing?
oh it's
Even worse.
it's more the valley than the valley. Yeah, it's the valliest of California. Yeah, it's California's armpit.
Yeah, but the Fresno, is that where they grow a lot of stuff?
Yeah, lots of Fresno County is huge for agriculture, and then milk, and dairy, lots of dairy stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I went to church with the owner's son of Producers Dairy, which is a huge dairy company.
Oh, yeah?
But a little, not to brag or anything, but I know people. Yeah,
What a name drop.
I know.
Yeah. The son of the owner of Producers Dairy.
That's right. Big time.
Where they torture those cows get tortured in dairy farms. My God.
Yeah.
It's so fucking horrible. And with that heat, it's horrible. But maybe we should do something to close out the show, another bit.
I'd love it. Do you want to do? Let's see here. We've got the Unscrupulata
Let's
brothers.
do what Unscrupulata Brothers.
I love it. Yeah, Rob got us a nice little jingle for that, so we'll go ahead and play that now. And now, the Unscrupulata brothers.
You gonna play the jingle?
Oh no, here I'll play it. I can play it on my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, folks, we have a jingle. We usually don't have jingles for bits, but we're trying to up the stakes. Not the porterhouse steaks that Kevin eats nightly, but just steaks. We want to up the stakes a little bit.
Unscrupulata brothers, they're the brothers who are father and son.
Play it once more. Play it once more. Play it once more. You can't hear me?
Call the Unscrupulata brothers, they're the brothers who are father and son.
Great. All right. You want to intro it? Oh, that's the intro. Okay. Hey, how you doing? We're the Unscrupulata brothers. My name is Tony. This is my son, Tony Jr.
Good to meet you.
Wait a minute. Did you just said you were the Unscrupulata brothers? That's right. We are the Unscrupulata brothers. My name is Tony. This is my son, Tony Jr.
Call me TJ.
And we are the Unscrupulata brothers. But he's your son. Yes, you're right. You caught that. But it was just we named it wrong. Why don't you name it the Father and Son Unscrupulata? And Lada. See, it doesn't ring like Unscrupulata brothers.
Not at all. We've done a lot of field testing on this. We had a group that we got together. We go Unscrupulata brothers. We go yes, and then we go Unscrupulata and Sons. Not so much. Not so excited.
It's called a focus group, and I'll tell you, this focus group, it was a very fucked up. Pardon my French, ma'am. No problem. I like to curse too.
Oh.
I read a lot of Henry Miller and Bukowski.
Oh wow.
All right. I don't want to get into a battle with you about reading, but I read a lot of Joseph Conrad, Heart of Darkness. I read a lot of James Joyce, Ulysses, Finnegan's Wake. Finnegan's Wake can suck my tits. Now, whoa. That's James Joyce he's talking about
Yeah,
there.
take it easy.
It's an incoherent mashup. All right. Look, we're the Unscrupulata brothers. I'm Tony. This is my son, Tony Jr.
Call me
You
TJ.
shouldn't have named yourself the Unscrupulata brothers. What about Unscrupulata, the best father and son team? See? It doesn't ring like, hey, we're the Unscrupulata brothers.
Yeah, it doesn't work out at all, and it gets in the way of us getting to our sales pitch. People go, hey, we're the Unscrupulata family. It's my dad. And plus, all that's really hard to fit on a neon sign. You get Unscrupulata brothers, 2 words, and it was very cheap to just do the 2 words on the neon sign.
Right, and the guy who does our neon, Neo is a reference to the Matrix.
Great
Guy,
film.
Terrific film.
Great film. Says a lot about society and metaphorically, and I like that.
Yeah. It talks a lot about personal inner freedom and how we are plugged into the grid. Please, could you continue with the story of the guy who makes your neon? Well, he got poisoned. When you make neon, there is a chemical in the neon that will eventually get to you. Is it anything like gout? Whew. Are you familiar with the Magic Castle? No.
It's brutal. You go there, they have this porterhouse, they wave it in front of your face, and then you eat it, and you get the gout. And I yell at the magicians. I go, make me walk again.
Gentlemen, may I call you the unscrupulata father and son team?
Informally.
We're the unscrupulata brothers. I'm Tony. This is my son, Tony Jr.
Call me TJ.
It sounds like you guys are on a loop with that. Do you just do that automatically? Look, we're here to build you a bomb shelter, and you wanted a price quote, right?
Yes, let's get down to brass tacks, ma'am.
Now, look, when this is what we've been saying lately. Once the nuclear bombs start flying, no matter what the hell your shelter is, life is going to be hell. Yeah, but I want to live through it and eventually maybe have children. How old are you, ma'am? 20. You don't sound 20. You sound like an old biddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you call yourselves the Unscrupulata brothers? No. I know we do is a misname. I am sorry. But anyway, as far as bomb shelters go, life is going to be so nasty. Yes, you'll have cans of tuna. Yes, we can hook up cable. You can? The cable will still work after the nuclear destruction?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got we got a closed circuit TV with a series of VHS tapes and a lot of old stuff, mostly Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but it is technically cable and in there. And I'll tell you this, when you're down in your shelter, and you're mourning the loss of all your friends and family and just the whole devastation of the human race, you're not going to be too worried that we named ourselves wrong. You're just going to be happy. You're
just going to be happy about the price. And we hermetically seal it.
Mm-hmm.
We have hermetic sealant.
Mm-hmm.
What? Hermetic sealant exists? Yes, Target. It's in a back shelf. You could get a hermetic sealant. Is it expensive? Very, but we buy it in bulk.
Oh yeah, I mean that's kind of the beginning of the end of a whole Unscrupulata Brothers things, because once we try to buy the hermetic sealing in bulk, they said you got to put down a business name.
I'm Tony. He's my son, Tony Jr.
TJ. And they said, okay, you can get it in bulk now. And Target, they work pretty good with us.
It wasn't bad. So we'll guarantee you cable. Well, the cable sounds fishy. Well, it's funny you bring up fish. We'll give you a shrimp with the card under it.
Mm-hmm. You want a playing card with a shrimp? We got you covered.
How about a porterhouse? Can you give me a port? You like magic? Yeah. You like gout? Yeah. You like gout, magic, and shrimp? And Moscow mules? Yeah. Then you're Kevin Tinkin.
Have we got a shelter for you? And thanks for joining us for the Unscrupulata Brothers, the brothers who are father and son. Hit that jingle one more time.
Call the Unscrupulata brothers. They're the brothers who are father and son.
So nice. Well, it looks like that's another show in the bag, huh?
Amazing.
How do they fly by?
They fly by. I hope that people are enjoying listening or watching as much as we enjoy making them, because it's nice to just be on a breeze, like we're just two pads of butter on a skillet, and just we're flowing with the butter.
Folks, we are the podcast Apocalypse Soon. We deal with the fact, and we deal with it rather metaphorically about our decline. You could feel the decline in these bits, especially the Unscrupulata brothers. There's, the bomb shelter, driving in the rain, just the terrible humanity that is involved in all these bits. Guided meditation is a walk through hell, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, if you enjoy the podcast, make sure to leave us a 5-star review wherever you listen. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is growing, by the
Is
way.
it?
Oh, yeah, we've been growing a little bit, and I am always throwing up clips each week there,
Right.
and then we've got guided meditation and sketches and full episodes and everything over there, so go check that out. And the biggest ask is go check out our Patreon, where you can get exclusive Eddie Pepitone stand-up clips, which are just some of my favorite things to watch. It's absolutely a treat. You get to see Eddie just off the cuff, just crushing in front of people and flying by the seat of his pants, which I love. The seat of your pants.
And you
by
could
the way.
and also the occasional Patreon only episode
Yes.
that we will do. How many times have we done that?
We've done one exclusive Patreon
You see
only.
that, folks?
Mhm.
And if you join Patreon now, I can guarantee, we've been on the air about a year,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we've
yeah, yeah.
done one exclusive.
One exclusive.
And we are ready to do, I think we're ready to do another one.
I'm excited. So, yeah, if you enjoy the podcast, send us an email to eddiepeppodcast@gmail.com. Subscribe, like, rate, review, send us money.
Please. You have been watching, listening to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside.